Davido is the Nigerian artist you think you know everything about. But did you know he used to be Sina Rambo's backup singer? Most likely not.
Very long story. Very, very long story, but I could try as much as possible to cut them down.
That's why I'm going to tell you 5 facts you didn't know about Davido in this video. While you watch this video, please kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell for all updates. Also, don't forget to like the video and share your opinion in the comments section. Davido dropped out of college. Given his family's wealth, you'd think Davido would have at least finished college. However, he dropped out of Oakwood University after 3 semesters due to a string of bad marks. That's all there is to it. Davido studied business management, but it appears that he wasn't made out for school. Although this was largely due to his emphasis on building a music career, it's not impossible to believe that the women had an affect on him as well. Can anyone even keep track of how many controversies he's been engaged in? In any case, his father was not pleased with him dropping out, especially because he had forgotten to notify his family for several months. His father had him held at the airport upon his return to Lagos in 2011. I was the hot new kid that all the girls were talking about. Let's get going. Inside the shower, there is an army. Brother came about 50, army personnel and 20 police officers. They detained my manager, who was also my girlfriend at the time. I had everyone locked up. That is really severe parenting. Speaking about his dad, I'm sure you're aware of how powerful Davido's family is. But did you realize his father's influence reaches much further? That takes me to the second point. Davido's grandpa was an elected official. We are all aware of how powerful the Adelekwe family is. All of this began with Davido's grandpa, Chief Raji Ayula Adeleke, who represented Osun State Senate District 11. His political clout extended throughout the state and even into other regions of southwest Nigeria. At the very least, we now know that Davido's father did not suddenly acquire power and influence. Despite the influence of his family, Davido chose not to become a politician. Instead, he picked music, which clearly worked out in the end. Consider Davido as your senator, or perhaps the governor of Osun State. Perhaps he is less interested in bed gymnastics with his many baby moms. Do you understand?
You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
The third point. Davido had numerous mothers, and it only seems to become longer when we believe it's already too long. He has 2 children from 2 different women and 1 son from a lady in the United Kingdom. Davido's masculinity struck again, just when we thought we'd had enough of his baby moms. This time, Anita Brown, a model residing in the United States, revealed that she was expecting a child with Davido. Davido is clearly as efficient in the bed as he is in the studio at this point. Now for number 4. Davido was born in the United States of America. Contrary to popular belief, Davido, although being a Nigerian, was born in the United States. Contrary to popular belief, Davido, despite being a Nigerian, was born in the United States, specifically in Atlanta, Georgia. Davido's family returned to Nigeria when he was a child, where he was reared. He completed his high school education at the British International School in Lagos, before returning to the United States for his college study. Despite the fact that Davido was born in Atlanta and spent some of his childhood there, he is still regarded a Nigerian by many, and I believe it is obvious why. Even if you mistake him for an American after hearing him speak for the first time, you'll quickly understand he's a Nigerian.
Who they breathe? Who they breathe?
Yes.
Baba, he choke.
Yes.
He choke.
His music is one of the reasons Afrobeats is now popular. But what if I told you that Davido actually began his career as a hip-hop star? That is what I'm going to tell you at number 5. Despite his contributions to the global prominence of Afrobeats, Davido began his career making American music. When you examine his upbringing, it's simple to see why he would begin with that, given that he spent much of his infancy listening to singers such as 50 Cent and Ty. In reality, Davido admitted in a 2019 interview that he didn't get involved with African music until he returned home. After being in for 2 years,
getting them to Afrobeats and making Afrobeats type of music?
I mean, when I was in college, that's when like the African industry was getting big.
Right.
And my cousins would send me the new music, like, yo, this person, back then it was Two-Face, D'banj, P-Square, those was like the 3 hottest back then. So I went back one Christmas, I had a break from school, this is like 1 year in Alabama. I went back one Christmas, I get to Nigeria, and it's lit. It's like, everything's lit, the artist is making bread. Like, when I went back home, it was just like Nigerian music, everybody was just crazy about Nigeria. And then that's when I fell in love with it.